Good morning, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream. I am brought to you by Hope Through Navigation. This is our Hood Recovery Services. You can reach me at recoveryofhope21 at gmail.com. Recoveryofhope21 at gmail.com. I hope that you're doing well this morning. I'm excited to do the Just for Today in a meditation with you. So let's go ahead and look at the meditation together. May 29th, carry me. We believe that our higher power will take care of us. Basic text, page 58. We all have times when it seems as though our lives are falling apart. There are days or even weeks when it seems that everything that can go wrong is going wrong. Whether it's the loss of a job, the death of a loved one, or the end of a relationship, we doubt that we'll survive the changes taking place in our lives. It's during the times when the world is crashing down around our ears that we find our greatest faith in a loving higher power. No human being could relieve our suffering. Let me repeat that. No human being could relieve our suffering. We know that God's care can provide the comfort we seek. We feel broken, but we go on, knowing that our lives will be repaired. As we progress in our recovery and our faith in our higher power and our faith in our higher power grows, we are sure to greet the difficult times with a sense of hope, despite the pain we may be in. And I will repeat that sentence. As we progress in our recovery and our faith in our higher power grows, we are sure to greet the difficult times with a sense of hope, despite the pain we may be in. We need not despair, for we know that our higher powers care will carry us through when we can't walk on our own. Just for today, I will rely on God's care through the painful times, knowing that my higher power will always be there. That is a beautiful Just for Today meditation. We believe that our higher power will take care of us. Okay. This Just for Today meditation makes me think about footprints in the sand. And I'm sure if you're listening, you're aware of the footprints in the sand. And the individual, the narrator is talking about a time when life was horrible and they couldn't find their way, they couldn't see. Um, and they noticed at some point in time, they noticed a one set of tracks in the sand on the beach. And they were wondering whose tracks they were. And their higher power let them know that was when I was carrying you. And so sometimes, the other day I said, we cannot make tracks without taking the first step. But sometimes what happens is, as I stated in that meditation review, is that when we take the first step, the next step comes naturally. However, sometimes what happens is that God meets us. I don't think sometimes. He meets us where we're at. And so when we initiate, we begin to do what we can do. And I say that carefully because there's different levels of what a person can do or not do based on where they're at mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. So the God of your understanding, your higher power, knows what you're capable of. And when you do what you can do, given your circumstance, I believe our higher power, your higher power meets you there. And in some instances, the steps that you may be taking really may be just the grace of your higher power upon you, and actually making connections and causing certain things to take place so that you come out on the other side in a way that represents your higher power in a positive light. My higher power stands nothing to gain, really nothing to lose because of what I do or don't do. I believe my higher power has glory, has a presence all by himself. He doesn't need me necessarily. Want me, now I believe that's different. But I think that my higher power has nothing to lose by me not doing what I need to do, other than the fact that I claim that I have a higher power, that I have a God, that I have a relationship with God, and that I'm a spirit being, right? So, because of that claim, now I'm putting more on the line, right? Because there's certain expectations that people have when you say that you love God, you have a God, you worship God. When you say this, then people expect that the attributes of the God of their own understanding come through. They're not even concerned with your understanding, but when you say you have a higher power and it's God, there's a natural expectation that comes for you to have those attributes of love and kindness and peace and joy and integrity, honesty, respectable. There's a tendency for people to put that on us when we say we have a God. And I think that um, that causes, if there's any loss by what I do or don't do, I think that it reflects on my higher power. And that's why I take what I do or don't do very seriously. There's certain things that I don't imagine myself ever being involved with again, especially in this clean mind that I have. Are there times when we're going to fall? Absolutely. But this reading is talking about when you're going through this phase of feeling like you're at a plateau and you're going through this phase of not believing that even God is with you. Everything that could go wrong does go wrong. And what 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 and how do you pull yourself up by the bootstraps? So this is where the relationship with God comes in. This is where we're no longer just talking about believing that we can be restored to sanity in step 2, but knowing that we can be restored to sanity because we have placed our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. And so that intimacy is what this is talking about, that we will rely on God's care through the painful times, knowing that the God of our own understanding will take care of us. And so I wonder today where you're at with that. I'm becoming more mindful as I begin to consider my physical health and realizing that there are some things that I have done or am doing that are not beneficial and they need to stop. I need to change. And so, just like when I started this podcast, it wasn't easy every day to do it because my mind frame was not always even on expounding or sharing my thoughts with the world. And so in regards to my physical health, there's some things that are uncomfortable. This daily working out is somewhat uncomfortable because it causes my hips to be in pain. It causes my feet to be in pain. And I have certain things that I must do in order to decrease the level of pain I'm in on a day-to-day basis. And so moving around sometimes is the last thing that I'm thinking about wanting to do. Um, I think I shared with you guys before that I can, because of my diagnosis that I've been given. There's there's holistic type pain management that I could be using more of that is not mind and mood altering. I think because it causes the pain to decrease, it is then mind and mood altering, but it's quite natural. It's not taking anything or eating anything. These are adjustments that can get made to help me. Um, but I think that I've said um, that I'm not a person, even though I can get stronger medication. If I wanted to, I could request, you know, Percocets, Norcos. Uh, I could request any number of things, Neurontin. I would have, based on my diagnosis, and there's more than one, but I would have the right to request any of those and expect to be able to get them. I, however, have decided that for me, the things or the things that I want to do in the time that I have left in life to do them, which I don't know what that could be, but I'm just saying, even if I live to be 90, there's certain things that if I don't start them now, they will not get done. And these are things not just that I want to do, but I believe that I'm called to do. But I also believe that due to poor decision making, a lot of longevity or the lifespan of an individual is cut short because of poor decisions. And I realize today, if I don't do something different, I won't even accomplish 25% of those things. And I just don't want to do that. I don't want to blame my past for where I am or am not today. I know clearly some of the things that I am supposed to do, that I was created to do. And I want to do those things, but my mind and my physical body, right? My mental, my spiritual, my physical stability, all of these things must be in place for me to accomplish them in a manner that reflects on the God of my understanding in a positive way. So I want to encourage you today. I want to challenge you today to consider what what are those things that you're supposed to be doing? And then go ahead and start making tracks towards those things, taking steps towards those things. And don't worry about perfection, just worry about progress. Think about progress. My name is Mighty Stream. I'm excited to be with you. I believe that during your difficult times, your darker moments, that your relationship that you've established with your higher power will carry you just as much as it has carried me. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Have a beautiful, beautiful May 29th.